All right, so today we're heading way up high into the Himalayas,
Oh, yeah. Where to?
Nepal specifically. We're going to take a deep dive into Dhorpatan Hunting Reserve.
Hunting reserve.
Yeah, it's actually fascinating. I've got all this info here, all these details about how it all works.
Lay it on me. I'm intrigued already.
Our mission today is to figure out what makes Dhorpatan so unique, what makes it tick. And I think you'll be pretty surprised by this unusual approach to conservation, what they're doing up there. It's pretty cool.
Unusual how?
Well, first of all, did you know that Dhorpatan is Nepal's only legal hunting reserve?
Really? So no other place in the entire country where hunting's permitted?
Nope, just this one spot. And it was established back in 1987, so it's not brand new.
That's interesting. I mean, my first thought is, why would you even have a reserve specifically for hunting? What's the point of that?
Right, that's the question, isn't it? And the answer lies in the animals that live there, specifically two high-altitude stars, the blue sheep.
Blue sheep. Never heard of that one.
They're also called barl. And then you've got the Himalayan tar. Imagine trekking through those mountains trying to track these animals.
So it's like a real hardcore high-altitude hunting experience. I get it. For those who are into that sort of thing.
Exactly. It's a very specific kind of adventure. But now here's where things get really interesting. You see, Dhorpatan isn't just about hunting.
Oh,
It's also a critical habitat for some really, really endangered species. We're talking snow leopards, red pandas, musk deer, all incredibly fragile populations living right alongside those coveted game animals.
whoa, okay. That's a bit of a head-scratcher, isn't it? How do you balance hunting with protecting those vulnerable creatures? Seems like a recipe for disaster.
And that's where the surprise comes in. The whole thing is actually designed to benefit conservation. And how they do it is kind of genius. They allow a very, very limited number of hunts each year. And those permits, they cost a lot of money. We're talking thousands of dollars per permit.
Okay, so there's some serious cash flow. But where's it all going?
Directly into conservation efforts. Anti-poaching patrols, community development projects within the reserve, and scientific research focused on all the wildlife there, not just the hunted species. It's basically a self-funding conservation system powered by these high-value hunts.
So they're using those hunters, those deep pockets, to fuel the protection of the whole ecosystem. That's clever.
Precisely. And the number of permits they issue for those blue sheep and tar, it's not just a random number. It's all based on careful population surveys and scientific modeling.
So they make sure that the hunting itself doesn't harm the overall health of the animal population.
Right. It's all about sustainability.
Okay, this is really cool. I gotta say, I had my doubts, but this is making a lot of sense.
And we're not even done yet. Imagine this. You're in the heart of the Himalayas. Elevations ranging from about 2,800 meters to over 5,500 meters.
Talk about thin air.
With incredible views of Dhaulagiri and Annapurna, these massive towering peaks.
It's not just a hunting ground, it's like an adventure playground.
And speaking of adventure, Dhorpatan also happens to have a Tibetan refugee settlement right within its boundaries. It's called Dhorpatan Village.
Oh, wow. So there's a whole cultural element woven into this, too.
Definitely. And a lot of the local communities depend on tourism, including the activities tied to these hunting expeditions.
So it's like this whole integrated system. Conservation, tourism, local livelihoods, all connected.
But remember, I said the hunting is really tightly controlled?
Yeah, you mentioned that. No free-for-all.
Right. The regulations are super strict, only a very limited number of permits each year.
Got to keep things in check.
And each hunter has to have a licensed guide with them, making sure everyone's following ethical hunting practices.
So it's not just about getting a trophy, it's about doing it responsibly.
Right. And, even if hunting isn't your thing, Dhorpatan still has a lot to offer. It's actually a birdwatcher's paradise.
Birds? Like what kind of birds are we talking?
Over 130 different species, including the Himalayan monal, which is Nepal's national bird. Imagine that, soaring through those valleys. You also might catch a glimpse of golden eagles up there.
Sounds pretty spectacular.
So you ready to put it all together?
Hit me.
Dhorpatan is this fascinating blend of things. You've got the regulated hunting, which is carefully designed to protect endangered species. You've got this jaw-dropping Himalayan scenery. And then you've got this unique cultural aspect with the Tibetan community, all these pieces fitting together.
And the key takeaway here is that controlled hunting is the engine driving conservation in this unique environment.
Exactly. It's a really interesting model. So that leads us to a question for you, our listeners. Given this approach in Dhorpatan, what do you think? Could something like this work elsewhere? Are there other places facing conservation challenges where this kind of model could be beneficial? Or are there downsides that we haven't considered?
It's a tough question. There's a lot to unpack there. But Dhorpatan gives us a real-world example to think about. What do you think?
Let us know.
We'd love to hear your thoughts.